Hey guys, the all-new second generation Mercedes-Benz GLA has just made its global debut. So let's see what's new, what's exciting, what's disappointing, and also what to expect when the 2020 GLA comes to Malaysia. This new GLA completes the latest generation of Mercedes-Benz compact cars, and it's set to be one of the most popular models in the range. Over a short 5 years, the first generation GLA sold over 1 million units worldwide. So what's new in the latest GLA? Let's start with the looks first. It does look a lot bigger than before because for the most part, it is. It is significantly taller than before, over 10 cm higher compared to the old car, although overall it is slightly shorter in terms of length. The wheelbase has also been stretched so you get shorter overhangs front and back. So overall, in terms of proportions, this is a much more SUV-like car with sportier proportions. Being a fair bit taller than before does give it a much more upright character, much more in tune with a proper SUV look. But at the same time, the window line has also been stretched for a more coupe-like look. With the existence of the much bigger GLB, this car now has the smaller, sportier SUV class all of its own. Styling-wise, this is a much sleeker car compared to before. Front and rear, there are a lot longer lights to give it that wide stance, and at the front especially is a much sportier looking grille and bumper. For now, it's in different looks, the Progressive line and the AMG line, and they are both very distinctive in terms of appearance. Onto inside, this car is also all new. It takes on the B-Class interior, which as we've seen before is a big step up compared to the A-Class, and a massive upgrade compared to the current car's dashboard. Cool features include the widescreen display, 64 color ambient lighting including lights inside the aircon vents themselves. In terms of space, this car's wheelbase has been stretched by quite a fair bit, and Mercedes claims the rear legroom has been increased by over 100mm. That's a lot in terms of rear legroom alone. The boot space is also bigger very slightly, just over 15 liters more, but in terms of usability, there is a big jump. You can now slide the seats front and back, and you can also lower the rear boot for a much bigger load bay. For engine options, for now there are only two variants available. The GLA 200 with a 1.3 litre turbo making 163 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. This is the same as the A200 and the B200 that we have over here. Transmission here is a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox sending power to the front wheels. The second variant is the Mercedes-AMG GLA 35, and this ups the NT by a long way forward. The engine is a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder making 306 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque, and power goes through all four wheels through a new 8-speed dual clutch gearbox. This is the same gearbox that's in the latest A45 and CLA 45. 0 to 100 takes just 5.1 seconds. Now on to quick bits that I think are surprising, exciting, or disappointing in this car. Let's start with what I think is exciting. Number one is the engine option. The GLA 35 sounds like a really good all-rounder for a start. This looks to be a much better middle ground between the standard cars and the GLA 45 when it comes in, and this will be fast enough but a lot more comfortable compared to the GLA 45. As a family car, I think this is the one that you should go for. Number two is the rear suspension. Even the base GLA will get a multi-link suspension, and this is better of course compared to the torsion beam A200 and B200. So overall, in terms of ride and handling, this should offer a much better compromise even at the base level. Now on to things that I find to be disappointing. Number one, the engine. The GLA 200 uses the same engine as the A200 and B200, which is a Renault-sourced 1.3 litre turbo engine. This is a little bit of a downer. I think the 1.5 litre turbo 4 in the C200 would be a much better fit for this bigger, heavier car. And then we get to the dashboard, which is based on the B-Class rather than the one in the GLB, which is a bit of a step up still. And the last thing, the rear tailpipes. If you look at the car from the outside, it does have big exhaust pipes, but those are totally fake. The real pipes are pointing downwards behind them. Mercedes is starting a really bad trend over here, and hopefully this changes soon. Now on to what to expect when it comes to Malaysia soon. Number one, it should have at least 3 engine options to start with: the GLA 200, the GLA 250 and the GLA 35 AMG. The GLA 45 AMG should come at a later time. The second generation GLA is only coming to the European markets in Q2 of 2020, so expect it to come in Malaysia sometime towards the end of the year in 2020 and not any sooner. Pricing wise, looking at the latest A class and the B class, we do expect the prices to go up compared to the current levels, perhaps even getting close to 300,000 ringgit. But we'll know more as we get closer to the local launch. For now, what do you think of the latest Mercedes-Benz GLA in terms of looks, engines, interior and practicality? Let us know in the comment section below.